Welcome back, KBuzzPop family. Grab your popcorn and settle in, because what we're about to talk about is nothing short of shocking, emotional, and honestly, something that fans never thought they would see this soon. Yes, you guessed it, Jung Il-Woo and Sandara Park have finally stepped out together, side by side, for the very first time since the incident. Now, the very mention of that phrase, the incident, sends chills down the spines of fans who have been following the roller coaster of emotions, rumors, and controversies surrounding these two beloved stars. For weeks, speculation swirled like a hurricane across social media platforms. Was their friendship over? Was their rumored romance shattered? Was Sandara retreating from the spotlight because of pressure? And was Jung Il-Woo silently carrying a burden that fans couldn't see? These questions hovered in the air like heavy clouds, waiting for the right moment to either rain down or clear away. But then, something unexpected happened. On a quiet Saturday evening, cameras suddenly caught sight of the two walking out of the same black van, both dressed in chic yet understated outfits. It wasn't a red carpet appearance, it wasn't a flashy press conference. It was simply them, Jung Il-Woo and Sandara Park, appearing side by side in public for the first time since everything exploded. And in that moment, fans around the world felt their hearts skip a beat. Let's pause here and ask, if you were a fan standing in the crowd, seeing them together again after weeks of silence, what would your reaction be? Would you cheer, cry, or remain frozen in disbelief? Many fans on the scene described it as surreal, almost like watching a long-awaited drama scene come to life. What stood out the most was their body language. Sandara, usually radiant and playful, carried herself with a quiet grace, her smile small but sincere. Jung Il-Woo, always protective, walked slightly closer to her side, occasionally glancing at her to make sure she was okay. It wasn't the flashy PDA that tabloids love to exaggerate. No, it was something deeper. It was quiet reassurance. The kind of unspoken support that says, "We're in this together." And let's not forget how the fans reacted online. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag Dara Il-Woo together again, hashtag first appearance since the incident, and hashtag power couple vibes shot up on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok trends. Fans who had once worried about cracks in their relationship, whether friendship or more, suddenly found themselves wiping away tears of relief. But here's the real question we need to explore. Why did this appearance matter so much? Was it just two celebrities stepping out together? Or was it something bigger, a statement, a message to the world, that no amount of scandal, rumor, or incident could break the bond between them? As you think about that, picture this. Fans holding banners with their names, shouting, "We love you," as camera flashes painted the night sky. The atmosphere was almost celebratory, as if a collective sigh of relief swept through the crowd. These weren't just fans of Jung Il-Woo or Sandara Park individually. These were people who had emotionally invested in their story, waiting for this very moment. Now, some skeptics might ask, was this planned? Was it a calculated PR move to silence rumors? Or was it truly spontaneous, a choice made by two people who had enough of hiding? The truth is, none of us can know for sure. But when you look at the photos, the videos, the expressions on their faces, it's hard not to believe in the sincerity of that moment. And here's something fascinating. Fan accounts reveal that as they walked past, Sandara actually paused, waved to a group of fans, and said softly, "Thank you for waiting." Just 6 simple words, but words that carried so much weight. Imagine being one of those fans. After weeks of worrying, you hear those words directly from her lips. Wouldn't your heart just melt? Jung Il-Woo, on the other hand, stayed mostly silent but exuded calm confidence. His subtle gestures, like guiding her through the crowd and shielding her from overly eager photographers, spoke volumes. Actions sometimes speak louder than words, and in his case, it felt like a promise to stand by her no matter what. Let's make this interactive. What do you think those gestures really meant? Were they simply friendly, or do they hint at something deeper? Maybe even romantic? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is where the conversation gets interesting. Of course, not everyone reacted positively. Certain corners of the media immediately tried to spin the story, suggesting this was all a stunt. But here's the beauty of it: fans didn't care. To them, this wasn't about controlling a narrative. It was about seeing their favorites strong again, side by side, smiling despite the storm. And this is where the story becomes more than celebrity gossip. It's about resilience. It's about how two people, no matter what incident shook their world, chose to show up together, proving that unity can silence the loudest of critics. As we go deeper into this, think back to other celebrity duos in Korean entertainment history. How many times have we seen friendships or rumored romances shattered under pressure? Too many. Yet here, we see something rare, a duo refusing to be broken. And that's why this moment will be remembered, not as a publicity stunt, but as a defining chapter in their journey. So now let's imagine what happens next. Does this mean more public appearances? Will they finally address the incident directly in an interview? Or will they let their actions continue to speak louder than words? Fans are already buzzing with theories, and honestly, the excitement is contagious. And before we wrap up this epic moment, let me ask you directly: do you believe this is the beginning of a new chapter for Jung Il-Woo and Sandara Park? A chapter where they can finally walk freely without the shadow of the past haunting them? Or do you think this is just the calm before another storm? Your voice matters, so don't just watch. Join the conversation in the comments. Because one thing's for sure, KBuzzPop family, this isn't just about two stars stepping out together. This is about healing, courage, and the unbreakable bond between people who refuse to let one incident define them. And trust me, this is only the beginning. The story of Jung Il-Woo and Sandara Park is far from over, and together we'll be here, following every twist and turn.